was another sunny day in Kyoto. I don't know why, but every single time I was in Kyoto it was so sunny and bright, but whenever I visit Nara, it tends to rain just a little. I'm not complaining though, since both cities are breathtaking in their own rights, but that's the story for another time. Today my plan is to leave Kansai and travel to Shikoku, the smallest of the 4 main islands of Japan and one least visited by travelers. Along the way I'll make a brief stop at Okayama, a city with a rich history and capital of the Okayama prefecture. The day ahead seems so rich in diversity, and I'm pumped for an epic adventure from land to sea. Welcome to the 3rd episode of One Man, One Pass, One Trip to the Real Japan. Leaving my hotel, I headed to Kyoto Station to take a train to Shin-Osaka Station first. In this section, Shinkansen rides are not covered by the pass and therefore require an additional transfer. In the infinitely crowded Kyoto Station, I boarded the wrong train heading for the opposite direction. But the beauty of taking a wrong train in Kyoto is that Kansai is like a tutorial area for first-time Japan travelers. Even if you make a mistake, it's easy to fix, as the public transport system, though confusing at times, is convenient and accessible, unlike some other regions where, if you miss the train, boom, half of your day, gone. If you are visiting Japan for the first time, you're probably going to take a wrong train or two, but that's okay. My sincere advice is that when planning your trip, don't jam-pack your schedule. Leave room for flexibility, and you'll enjoy your trip a lot more. Anyways, after getting off the wrong train, I walked to the correct platform and headed for Shin-Osaka for real this time. At Shin-Osaka Station, here's the raw, unedited footage of me trying to reserve a seat for the Shinkansen train with a regional JR pass on the ticket machine. This gives you a feel for it if you also plan to use a pass to get around. The pass allowed me to ride Nozomi, the crown jewel of the Shinkansen's lineup, for free, a privilege the national JR pass won't provide. It's no surprise that the train is clean, spacious, and rapid above anything else, and I arrived in Okayama at noon. Welcome to the land of sunshine. For that I would rate Okayama O for honest. You'll see why in a minute. Since Okayama is only a brief stop before Shikoku, I only have a few hours. I took the bus and was relieved to find out that the bus also accepts the Ikoka card, which was not very clear before I arrived. I headed straight to Korakuen. It was built in the year 1700 and is one of the best landscape gardens in Japan. It was indeed the most impressive garden I've ever witnessed. Unlike Nanzenji Temple, which is like a delicate jewelry box, Korakuen is like a concert hall where an orchestra is being played. Each movement can surprise you as something new, yet mesmerizing in its own way. There are impressive open landscapes with an impeccable lawn, tall trees forming enormous shades, red and white koi fish in a pond glimmering golden as the sun pours down from above, shrines hidden behind quiet torii gates, white pebble paths along the bushes of tea trees. There is so much to see. Sugoi indeed, ma'am. Sugoi indeed. My eyes thoroughly enjoyed the experience, but my body did not. I was, for lack of a better description, sweating like a dog. Therefore, even though there's the tempting option to visit Okayama Castle, I chose instead to enjoy a bowl of shaved ice at the tea house to cool off and enjoy the view for a while longer. If I could bottle the moment, I would label it summer. Looking at the time, I've decided that this will be my only stop in Okayama. I hate having to leave so soon, but Shikoku is calling, and I have to be quick before it gets dark. I'll come back, I promise. Taking the bus back to Okayama Station, I boarded the rapid marine liner, heading for Takamatsu, one of the biggest cities on Shikoku Island. The sun was setting, and the shine was quite a sight to behold. It was late dusk when I set foot on Shikoku. Was I finally going to see what real Japan looks like? Takamatsu's cityscape looked no different from Osaka or Kyoto. It was a beautiful port city, clean streets, modern buildings, but there's this calm loneliness in the air that I can't quite put to words. I decided to embrace the silence and walk to the port to watch the boats. It was a soothing experience. The shining reflections, the lighthouses, the ferry boat, and the steam horns. There were no towering temples or seas of sakura trees or anything extraordinary, but I dig the vibes. Realizing it was time for dinner, I walked into a random izakaya I saw just past nice parking. The place was a beautiful little restaurant, with warm lights and tables full of people drinking and laughing. It was like a warm bubble populated with real people inside a lonely vacuum. The waiter didn't speak a word of English, but he tried his best.
I will show you what is real food.
The specialty of the place is taco and sashimi. I was never a big fan of raw fish, but what the hell. I placed multiple orders for each type of fish, thinking it's like sushi, where one order equals a single piece, but turns out it isn't. My heart sank when the huge platter of raw aquatics was put onto my table. I tried my best to finish it. Is it good, you ask? Well, it's raw fish. After leaving the izakaya, across the quiet shopping streets, I headed for my hotel at WeBase Takamatsu. Again, the hotel was very clean, spacious, and affordable. Despite having stayed at some very expensive hotels, I was very happy with what the hotel provided at only a fraction of the cost. Before I head to sleep, let's review the travel costs. The JR train from Kyoto Station to Shin-Osaka was 580 yen. The Shinkansen from Shin-Osaka to Okayama was 6,260 yen. And the JR Marine Liner from Okayama to Takamatsu was 2,190 yen. All covered by the Seto Uchi Area Pass. Only transport I actually paid for was the bus from Okayama Station to Korakuen Garden, which was 280 yen in total for both ways. We are now sitting at 69% of getting back what I paid for the pass. That's good progress. Now it's time to say goodnight. Tomorrow, we'll take the ferry from Takamatsu Port to visit Shodoshima, the largest island in the Seto Inland Sea. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.